our team, our community. This is CondorsTown, and this is another Energy Condors connection. Now, here's Erik Fox and Ryan Holt.
Yeah, that's who we are. And this is Thursday morning here in B-Town. Welcome to another Energy Condors connection. I just walked outside right before we went live. I think you guys left the doors to the Mechanics Bank Arena open because it is a chilly day here in the Valley.
I was joking with our assistant coach, Josh Green, who's from Winnipeg, Manitoba, that he must feel right at home, except this is a summer day in Manitoba, not a winter day.
Well, we had our 2 hours of fall, so welcome to winter here. And
yes, we skipped right through
in the mood for some hockey. So, of course, that's what we do here every Thursday morning, 10 a.m. We connect up just to, chat what's going on. Guys have blades on their feet and they go round in circles and hit things. And anyways, let's stop being foolhardy here. Let's just jump into it. Of course, we always start talking about the parent organization first, which is the Edmonton Oilers, and not a bad little going right now. I mean, winning the last 5 straight, and really kind of already in like a little head-to-head with Vegas. What are you seeing up there?
Yeah, pretty good start for the Oilers. They've won 5 straight. Stuart Skinner's been great. Looks like he's going to start again tonight. They play New Jersey, who's also off to a great start. Both teams are 7-3, so kind of the big matchup of the night in the NHL is Edmonton and New Jersey, which is pretty cool. So Skinner gets the start tonight, and that's great for Stu. And he's had I think 3 really good starts already this year. Hopefully he can continue that and keep pushing forward. And healthy competition between the pipes, I think, is always a good thing. And Stu's been anything you'd want from a quote unquote backup netminder, a 1A type of guy, a guy who's pushing the next level. So it's great to see. They're off to a great start, and they have the 2 best players in the world, and that doesn't hurt itself. But they're a fun team to watch. They're entertaining. They play the game the right way, and you get your money's worth, certainly with the Oilers.
Now, what are you seeing there? What's really clicking for him right now? I mean, it's not winning the last 5. It's got to put some wind into your sails, right?
Yeah, they're a good team. They're a confident bunch. They've been there, done that. It's Connor always talks about it's not about the individual stats or the performances or the awards. They're after team awards. They're after wins. They're after Stanley Cups, and after progression in the postseason. That's what they're looking for. So for the Oilers, it's a good start, but to be honest with you, 7-3 feels like what the Oilers should be up in it. They're that good of a team. They should be at about a 650, 700 clip the entire year. So it's pretty. I think if you're looking at it on paper, that's probably where they should be.
What are you seeing with Vegas right now, where maybe they're kind of outperforming what some people thought they would go into this year?
Yeah, I wasn't buying so much the sell-off of the Knights as some people out there. We've seen, Logan Thompson, their netminder, who's kind of filling in for Robin Leonard, a lot here in Bakersfield the last couple of years with Henderson. And, he was, the AHL top goaltender a couple of years ago. So this isn't like, just pulling some guy off the street. And that was really the only change they had. They didn't really lose much up front. Yeah, they traded away Tuch, but Eichel was going to be healthy. They still have some really key pieces up front and some really good offensive skill. So I think if they were able to get through the goaltending injury, which it looks like they are, they would be fine. Bruce Cassidy is a good coach, and they're going to be in it. I think in the end, they're a very good team.
Now, we were talking about Skinner. We saw a lot in Bakersfield, and, of course, the Vegas goaltender. We saw a lot here in Bakersfield as well. Let's jump in and talk about Bakersfield, because a nice little W on the board last night against San Diego. What were we seeing?
Yeah, San Diego is the AHL affiliate of the Anaheim Ducks, who one of us is a fan of. So it was
hey, they won 2. They've won 2 in a row. Give us something.
Awesome. Fantastic. Did you beat San Jose?
Yeah. And Toronto.
Toronto. Yeah. But yeah, no, a great win last night. I thought maybe the Condors' best game of the season so far through the opening 7 games. I thought a really complete effort. Fired 34 shots through 2 periods, and didn't have anything to show for it. It was nothing going into the third. Scored 3 quick ones in the opening 5 minutes of the third period, and it kind of ran away from there. So great goaltending from Calvin Pickard last night. great team effort. I think you get in those games where, you feel like you should have scored at least 2 or 3 going into the third, and you haven't. You kind of get frustrated, but the team kept chipping away, and finally cracked, the Gulls netminder. So some great individual storylines as well, too. Michael Kesselring leads all AHL defensemen in scoring. He's got 5 goals this year. So what a start for him, 5 goals in 7 games. And then our rookie first rounder, Xavier Bourgault, continues to, really put together back-to-back really good games. And he's got a 5-game point streak now, and he's in the top 10 in rookie scoring in the league. So I think you're seeing positive signs now. Guys are starting to get healthy. Vinny Desharnais back on the blue line. So he was terrific last night, kind of, doing, Vinny type things, kind of his mean streak back there and solidifying the defensive core. And, the penalty kill was 6 for 6 last night. Only allowed 28 shots despite the 6 power plays against. So it was a great team effort and a great win to start November. It's going to be a busy month in November. So, this is the kind of month that if you can start to string together some wins, you start feeling good and you start rolling. You don't have to wait around every other weekend. You're going to be playing almost, every 2-3 days here coming up in the month of November. So busy month, but if you can get wins going, it's something you can start rolling with.
Let's talk about that busy month of November because you guys are caravanning with Henderson coming up this weekend. A team we've seen a lot in the last couple of years when we had some of the COVID shiffle shaffles. What are you seeing this weekend? What are you seeing with Henderson this year?
Yeah, they've struggled out of the gate. I think they've got 2 wins in their opening 8 games or something like that. And I think it's a team that's maybe one of the cool storylines going into the weekend at least is Laurent Brossoit, who for my money is one of, if not the most accomplished Condor to come out of Bakersfield in terms of playing full time for the Condors for a number of years. He played for the ECHL Condors, played for the AHL Condors. Has been in the NHL the last 4 or 5 seasons. He's on a conditioning loan to Henderson this weekend. So will we see LB this weekend? I don't know. Will we see him Friday night in Bakersfield play? I don't know. But it's a cool storyline. You don't often see a guy who's in the 25th anniversary program as the starting netminder for the program, on the all Condors team, and all of a sudden he's on the opposite side. So cool storyline going into the weekend. But home and home with Henderson, and it's big to get the first one because you kind of already feel like you already have money in the bank heading to Nevada on Saturday, and we'll see what happens. But it should be a good one. These 2 teams seen each other once already this year. Condors won a tight one a couple weeks ago, and now a tough home and home here for both teams.
Well, I do have my LB bobblehead actually right behind my screen over here, so it's nice seeing him back.
And at the time, LB was probably of the modern Condors, and by modern I mean my era Condors, so the last 12 years, so maybe the second half of the Condors' existence. He was the backstop and the goaltender for the team's longest playoff run all the way to the Western Conference Finals against Alaska, and went away for a year because the Condors were still in the ECHL. He went to the AHL, and then when the Condors became the AHL, he came back to Bakersfield as the AHL goaltender. So he's seen kind of every bit of CondorsTown in terms of how this place has grown. So it'll be cool to see him. He's a great guy. He's got a great story. He's a hardworking, accomplished guy who has earned a lot of his opportunity, and wish him the best. But certainly if he's in the net on Friday night, would like to put 4 or 5 behind him.
Understood. Let's talk about the 25th anniversary because we were kind of talking about some of the former Condor players, like we were talking about LB, and we have more nods to former players coming up, right? Yeah,
Kevin Trulson's dropping the puck tomorrow night, so Kevin, is probably in the conversation, I think, for top defenseman to ever come through Bakersfield. He played 4 seasons here, and he's still the all-time leading scorer for a defenseman for the team. So he'll be back. We'll have a special video for him tomorrow night. He'll drop the puck. It'll be really cool. He's got his own customized 25th anniversary jersey. We've got the warm-up jerseys that are rolling as well, too. Those debuted last night. So really cool stuff going on. And it's great to be able to catch up with some guys who, I never saw play. I didn't see Trulson play. I know Kevin Trulson from, working for the city post-Condors career. And it's great to hear from him and hear from some people who, saw him play, or what that meant, and be able to relive some of those memories. So it's been cool. It's been cool for me, to catch up with guys who I've known, throughout the years, but not as a player at all. As a professional, as a drinking buddy, as a a hangout guy, here in CondorsTown. So it's really special to have that many alumni that are still in town, and to be able to recognize them, I think is pretty cool.
I think that's a really great thing, and we're gonna have to work on getting some of the guys here on the Condors Connection broadcast as well,
Absolutely.
so we can talk about the past, because everything with the future comes from the past. That.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the games. Obviously, Henderson. We have the away game and the home game. If people want to check out the game down the 15, what did they do?
Saturday night we're in Henderson. AHL TV is your best spot. We've got a lot of fans that have already signed up for AHL TV. I think we had 450 sign up this past week alone. So that's great to see. For a small market in Bakersfield, we're always in the top 5 or 6 in terms of subscriptions. For AHL TV. So that's great to see. Friday night though, $2 beer night. We've got Bud Light Seltzers, Mick Ultras through the end of the first intermission. So that'll be cool. So Friday night, we'll honor Kevin Trulson. We'll drink some beers, have some fun, and hopefully get a win over Henderson, and then jump on the bus and get a win over there after cashing some tickets at the sports book earlier in the day.
Just don't hit the buffets too much. That's all we can say.
It's like Christmas Vacation, right? Just give me some of the yellow or the blue. What do you got? Oh, no, sorry, I switched it.
And, of course, mark your calendars on the 15th. It is going to be energy night at the Bakersfield Condors game. So, I'm going to be harassing Ryan in person a little more. So
I'm ready for it.
Be prepared. Get extra security. You'll be fine. Ryan, always appreciate the time. We'll check in next Thursday at 10 a.m. right here on Facebook, YouTube, and, of course, energy953.com. Appreciate the time as always, my friend.
Thanks, brother. Talk to you soon.
It's been another edition of your Energy Condors Connection with your Bakersfield Condors and Energy 95.3. We'll see you.